Hi there, loves. So, if you've been feeling this energy lately, I feel like we're not really sure which way to go or what to do. So, we're going to pull a card from our Dream Oracle and see what advice Spirit has for us. And then we'll pull some tarot cards to kind of see what we can gather. Airplane, spreading your wings and fly. So I feel right now, Spirit is really telling us it's time to open up and be our true and authentic self. And, we've not really done that before, been told that we can do that. So this is uncharted territory for many of us. And if you could see, everything is a cycle. You see the swirl in there? So just keep that in mind as we're going forward, that everything is a cycle. And right now, the cycle, if you're feeling unsure, unknown, is to get to know yourself and be more authentically yourself. Which means living your truth, speaking your truth, not being afraid to, be who you are. Let that freak flag shine or fly. What is it? Let that freak flag fly is what I'm hearing. So, here we'll add this little crystal there too. Just be your authentic self and really, if you're not sure what that is, then maybe find out what that is. Start exploring things and starting doing things. Don't stop yourself from trying new things. Like, oh, well, I can't paint that picture because I'm just not a painter. That's not my forte. Just paint a picture. Just paint it. Just ask God for guidance and be like, I want to paint a picture today. Show me how. Just get the items, go through the process of buying like the paints and the paper or whatever it is you want. Or if you have those things in your house, pull them out and just start creating and see what happens. Don't limit yourself. Yes, this is Queen of Swords in reverse. So don't limit yourself, okay? That takes away your power. Just be who you're going to be, do something different. If it's not art, it's something else. So find out what that is. Go within yourself and find out what your light is. Find out what excites you, what makes you happy. If that's going out in nature, if that's working out, whatever it is. But do something that's kind for you, because I feel like we've been holding back. We are so wrapped up in the fears of what's going to happen next and not knowing what's going to happen with our country, our community, our children's lives, our friends' lives, our family lives. We're just living in this constant state of fear. And I feel like being creative is what's going to break us away from that fear. Okay. Fear leads to the dark side, right? I hear that in my mind all the time. Fear leads to the dark side. Don't go there. Don't allow the masses to create this confusion and fear inside you that makes you just not want to do anything, right? Yes, let go of the burdens. 10 of Swords, let go of the fear. Walk away from all that has been hindering you and stopping you from being what you're truly meant to be. The seeds are already planted. You already know deep inside you what you want to be. You know when you're holding back the words that you want to say. You know when there's situations and you just rather walk away from them because you don't want to deal with it. You don't want to put yourself out there. But it's now time to put ourselves out there, to be who we're going to be, no matter what anybody says. Because mainstream has got us thinking that we're all divided, when really, truly, we are one. The more that you connect to spirit, the more that you connect to yourself, the more you will understand how we are all one and how we should love each other. So yes, 9 of Pentacles. It's time for you to shine. Somewhere along the line, somebody told you to put down that shine, to hide it, to not be who you are. Don't let them do that anymore. You're an adult. You're old enough to make your own decisions. You pay your own bills. You do what you're supposed to. Now it's time to be who you were meant to be, to let that abundance and happiness and work that you've put in to be who you are, right? The Knight of Pentacles, you fought so hard and you have worked so hard in being you and surviving in this life, right? Especially if you feel a little bit different than everybody else. If you go outside the box and you really think outside the box and you're different, your line of thinking is different from everyone else. That's not a bad thing. It's not. And now you have proven that by getting to where you are, getting to who you are, to where you are, right? You've proven that with all the work that you've done. So now it's time to reap in those rewards because nobody's bringing it to you. Nobody brought you all the accolades that you have, but you really need to stop and think about how much you have gone through and how much you have done and be happy for yourself and congratulate yourself for all the accomplishments. You're still here today. You've fought those darkest moments when you didn't want to be here. You did it. You're still here, regardless of anything that's happened to you, anything that you've done right or wrong. It doesn't matter. What matters is nobody has gifted that to you. You have done that all on your own. Right? And so now it's brought you to this place, this Page of Pentacles, where there's a new beginning and it all starts with you and your inner strength because it's all there. You've been working on it. You've added up all these coins, right? All these pentacles means you've added up all these things in your life, the good times, the bad times, right? The things that made you stronger, the things that taught you lessons, the things that you can share with others. Be like, hey, look, I went through this and this happened. And look, I'm still standing. I'm still surviving, right? And I love the trees that are depicted in this picture as well. Like, go hug a tree. Be in nature. It's scientifically proven that being around trees reduces our risk for cancer. Go breathe in the oxygen straight by a tree. Go tap on it and ask it if you could hug it, if you could leave some of your worries, if you can relieve them. You know, I know it sounds crazy and hippie-ish, but it's not. Go hug that tree. You will find peace and solace in that. Even just go be near the trees. You don't even have to hug it if you don't want to. You can touch the leaves, but always be kind and ask, just like you would a person. You're not just going to walk up and hug a person without asking them first. I mean, I guess you could, but that'd be pretty random in our society right now. Maybe someday it'll be like that. Like you just walk up and be like, oh, hug. But right now, yeah, no, that might not work out. But I feel like, this is a whole new beginning for you. It's a new beginning and you're making this new plan, because it's about you. It's not about what somebody else wants. It's not about what your family wants, what your parents want, what so-and-so. It doesn't, nothing, none of that matters. And even if you've been going on a path that, you did because that's what you thought you were supposed to do, and now you've changed your mind, that's okay, because this is you. So let it be whatever it's going to be. Don't judge it. Don't try to whittle it away and be like, no, that's not how I feel. Really sit with yourself. Meditate if you meditate. Listen to relaxing music and sit with yourself. And instead of focusing on your worries and the lack of and what you don't have, start asking to know what do I want? What do I really want? What really makes me happy in life? Like, really, can you answer those questions? What makes you happy? Not superficial things like having, a Red Bull and a Starbucks. No, like, what makes you happy? What makes you smile? What are the things that you wish were in your life? Now it's time to find that balance and make those things happen. Anything is possible. You don't have to go just the way you've been going. You can go any way you want to, right? It's just about finding the balance. This is your time of rebirth. So death or rebirth, right? Which are you going to choose? Not per se death, physical death, but just the death of the old and the rebirth of the new. Now is the time. And I love that, look, he's got the trees, right? I just love that, it's so symbolic of how I talked of the trees before, and then again, the trees, right? So really start asking yourself those tough questions. I didn't think that asking what makes you happy in life, that would be a difficult question. But ask yourself that. Like, do you immediately know the answer? No, you really have to think, what does make me happy, right? It's not getting up and going to work and making money and driving in traffic and, trying to figure out what you want to eat, and you can't figure out what you want to eat because, food has lost its flavor. You don't know what's real anymore. You see so many things you can't unsee, right? There's so many things in this journey to learn. But now is your time to change that. To release the past, release what you've known. Because some of the principles that we've known or that we're working and striving for are happening in this world, that those principles were for a past world. This is a new world. And those principles do not apply. They do not work. And that is why you're so frustrated all the time. And that is why you're so hard on yourself, because you're trying to apply principles that don't make it in this world right now. It's all new. So there's no better time for you to be a new version of yourself, because the old world is falling apart, right? As you see it. And that's why you're so uncertain. And so in a world of uncertainty, if we try to resist the uncertainty, right, it gets stronger and the anxiety builds. But if we lean into the uncertainty and follow the unknown without fear, what does that look like? Are we brave enough to step into the uncertainty and flow with it like the water flows in a river? Can we do that? What advice can you give us about stepping into the uncertainty and the unknown? What advice do we have? Oh, I can't wait to see this. Stop fighting. Knight of Wands in reverse. Stop fighting the urge to figure it out. Let go of the knowledge that you have. You've been walking on this tightrope. Is it working for you? Like, what you're doing currently, really, is it working? Do you think it's working for your best and highest good right now? You fighting and trying to find the answers, trying to find the knowledge, and all you end up doing is walking on that tightrope and you don't feel any better. It's not working, right? So run away from it. Run away from what you've known. Thank it for all that it's given you. It's given you the knowledge. It's given you so many wonderful things. And even if you've had a tough life and terrible things have happened to you, you've overcome them. That is the beauty in it. And sure, it's not fair. I get it. And I know you'll hate that it makes you stronger. We got to think of another saying, it's not just that it makes you stronger, but it grows you. It makes you wise and knowledgeable, so that you're, wonder if all the bad things you went through is so that you could help somebody else. Wouldn't you have loved to have somebody who have helped you? Absolutely. So why couldn't we do that for someone else? So stop fighting it. Stop resisting. Lean into the uncertainty and the unknown and trust that the universe has your best and highest good. Oh, I love that. The World card. Yes, it's our world and everything is a cycle. And this is the cycle right now, that things are a little uncertain. Remind yourself it won't always be uncertain. It won't always be this way. It's just in this time. Be you. Do not be afraid to be who you are, to let your sun shine. I love that. Let yourself shine in the sun, right? Be who you are. Be that little kid that imagined everything was happiness, right? Imagined everything in life and didn't pay attention to the material world that we live in, right? So take good care of you. There's only one you, right? There's only one you. So let that be your focus. You are the most important thing in this world.